2.
Hello out there in YouTube land, Rival here. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing a quick video here. I haven't done a lot of videos in the past month, so I thought I'd make up for it by doing a couple of videos I've been meaning to do for a long time. So this is going to be a shop update. As you can see, it's a little bit messy around here. I am actually in the middle of taking a break off, just finishing up these three guys, pulling off the grinder for the primary grinds. Couple of neck knife size Quakens. Still some things that need to be cleaned up, touched up, but all in all, turning out pretty good. You'll see more of these soon. But anyways, yeah, I've gotten lots of new equipment, new tools this year, thanks to support from you guys, and I really appreciate that. And so I thought I'd show you what I'm working with. You know, I think I did one of these about 2 years ago, and had just a fraction of the stuff I've got today. So really, you know, just support from you guys. Everything I make goes right back into buying stuff for the shop. Well, not everything. Some of it goes to supporting the family, but most of it goes to buying stuff for the shop. So yeah, you can see, I mean, primary workbench, nothing too amazing or out of this world here. Lots of handle materials, supplies. Oh, look, some marble carbon fiber. Just tons and tons of scales. Yeah, just lots of stuff left over from previous jobs, stuff I've been meaning to do, just stuff you accumulate over time. Some new moon glow to play around with. Fun stuff. So yeah, not much over there. I will show you, this is my primary workbench where I do a lot of my, you know, cutting and grinding and stuff like that. But I mean, the real beauty of the shop, the real thing that I'm super proud of that you guys helped me get is my new grinder. So it is a Fear 427. It's got all the attachments that go along with it. So I've got a flat platen set up here. Right now I've just got the platen that it came with. But I've got lots of nice stuff from D&D Workrest, lots of accessories I'll show you in a second that plop onto here. So I've got like a fully adjustable full tilt table that goes on here, and then this thing will also tilt. Oh shit, hold on. Take my wash bucket off of it. Then I've got it on a tilting table. I don't want to lock it right now because I'm doing it one-handed, but so I can have it, you know, standard ways, or I can have it horizontally. So it really is very, very versatile. Got the variable speed control box, pretty standard. I mean, it's pretty much the same one that everybody uses on their Wilmots, KMGs, what have you. But I mean, this thing is fantastic. Just strips metal off like crazy. I mean, has literally, you know, doubled the quality of my work just by having the right tools for the right job. So super proud to have this thing. I love coming out here at night and playing around on it, but super stoked to have a really, really nice variable speed grinder. Another thing that's new to the shop, so I've had that was actually the first thing I started making knives and scales on, the first belt sander I ever bought. I used to do all my stonewashing with this big old piece of junk vibratory tumbler. A lot of people use those. I've never had luck with it. It just never worked out well for me. So recently I got this, a Ballistic Bill's drum tumbler, and it does everything I want it to do. The last video, like literally the last video I put out, had a stonewashed Spyderco in it. You got to look at the very end of the video though. In the video it still had the satin blade, but at the end there's a couple of photographs of it with the tumbled blade, to show you what kind of nice work this thing does. But it is fantastic. And to give you, I mean, size comparison, you can throw a couple of full-size fixed blades in there, you know, several folder blades, scales, all kinds of stuff. So really happy to have that nice tumbler. And then another thing that's new is I've got this big old workbench, or secondary workbench I guess you'd say, but I finally got a bunch of tools set up that previously I'd have tucked away in a corner, or I'd have it, you know, I used to have a spindle sander tucked away under there, and then my saw tucked away under there, and only pull it out on occasion, which meant when I had to do cutting I would get lazy and I'd wait another day or put it off because I didn't want to deal with setting stuff up. But on this nice little work table. We've got an oscillating spindle sander, which is really great for contouring scales, doing all kinds of stuff when you don't want to, you know, deal with this thing. I do have a small wheel attachment. I'll show you in a second. But I mean, I never used to have that, so this used to be the way that I do a lot of shaping, and it's pretty fantastic. I like them. This is just the Harbor Freight version, but it is a metal cutting bandsaw, portable. They're the only ones that really have the slow enough speeds to be able to cut, you know, sheets of titanium, sheets of steel, and things like that. You can't use a big old wood saw; they go way too fast. So I know a lot of guys use these, and then they rig up something. I'm sure I could put something together in steel that would look a lot nicer, but I built this a long time ago, and it serves the purpose. And well, you know, don't need to fix it. It ain't broke. But having this thing set up permanently is really nice too. When I need to cut something, I can just come over here, flick the switch, cut it, and go back to what I was doing. And I've got everything set up so that, I mean, I really got good areas of movement, even though I've got tons of stuff packed in here. Next up is my primary drill press. I've got a spare drill press way tucked away in the corner over there. Hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to set them both up. But yeah, primary drill press. Pretty nice. It's, you know, all the tables adjustable, tiltable, all that good stuff. There's a laser beam in it for you know, setting up a crosshair for drilling and all that good stuff. I never use it, but it's cool. It's got a laser beam. And then the second grinder I ever bought, so this is the thing I've been using for the last year, the Grizzly 2x72. I mean, I'm not going to throw it away, and can't exactly, you know, put it up on eBay or something like that. So, you know, if anybody's in Wisconsin, they're interested in a grinder, want to make me an offer for it, I might sell it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it set up in here, have it as a secondary grinder. I got a really, really fine grit belt on here, so I could do some blade sharpening and stuff like that. Get a nice 800 grit belt sharp edge. Works pretty good. And then tucked away inside this is tons of storage, which I'm not really putting to good use yet. I got a like a drill press sliding adjustable table. Don't use it too much. But here are all my fancy attachments. So like this is the D&D work rest. So this is handmade by a gentleman. Does fantastic work. I've got 2 of his pieces now, but it's fully adjustable in like every angle. So right now I've got it set up for, I was grinding the primary bevels on those Quakens, so that's the angle I needed to do that. Then here is the small wheel attachment. Again, a fully adjustable platen that goes along with it. Right now it's just set up for flat, but you can angle it, you can do whatever you want with it, and get some nice fine work done with some small wheels. So nice to have those to go along with the grinder. If you're gonna do it, do it. Strongly recommend the Fear grinders. I mean, it was a great price. It's a fantastic grinder. I never would have been able to afford a $2,000 or $3,000 grinder, but this thing I was able to save up for a year and get her. I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the main tools that I'm using on a regular basis. Got the big ass stereo still tucked away back there. Yeah, I'm in my garage, so it's a little messy. All that stuff was moved around when I built this. It's only been in there for about 2 or 3 days. But yeah, that's the Rival Custom Knife Works shop. That's what I'm working with. And I'll tell you what, it all started right here. Oh, you know what? That's something new. What is that called? That's a Dust Deputy. It's like a cyclone system that's hooked up to the shop vac. And then I just use this hose now. The other hose goes into the top of this bad boy, and then it collects everything in this bucket as opposed to inside there. So instead of gumming up my filter and getting all nasty and getting recycled into the air when it goes through the exhaust, it all goes into here. And it picks up like everything. So I'm getting 10 times more dust because that's not clogged up. And then it's, you know, just pop this bad boy off, dump it out, pop it back on, and you're good to go. So I strongly recommend one of those. I want to get a system set up so I've got some tubing all around so I can just plug in wherever I want to and not have to move it around, but all that stuff future state. Oh, but what I was saying was, this was the original, the OG, the first tool that I ever had you know, aside from some wrenches and some drill bits, I never had a drill press before I started working on knives and stuff. So I mean, it all started with this, pimping a couple of scales, taking the money I got, buying a drill press, pimping a couple of scales, taking the money I got, buying another piece of equipment, pimping some scales. And now several years later, here we are. So soon we'll be doing videos on this batch of mini Quakens, and then we've got some more tie set up to do a second run of mini Quakens. So yeah, that's what we got for now. Thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe. Peace.